My best friend destroyed my life over a lipstick shade and I am about to return the favor. Sarah and I met freshman year when she literally ran into me spilling coffee all over my white sweater. She apologized so profusely that I couldn't help but laugh. From that moment we were inseparable. SETI buddies, roommates, bridesmaids, and waiting parents, the whole package. During college, I noticed little things: how she'd forget to mention parties I wasn't invited to, how she'd copy my outfits but somehow make them look effortless, while I looked like I was trying too hard. But I brushed it off because that's what best friends do, right? You overlook the small stuff. After graduation, we both landed entry-level positions at the same marketing agency. Pure coincidence, we told ourselves. Sarah got placed in the beauty account team while I ended up in tech. She'd constantly complain about how boring beauty was, how she envied my challenging projects. I worked nights and weekends, taking on extra assignments, learning new skills. Meanwhile, Sarah seemed to coast by on charm and perfectly timed coffee runs for the executives. I was genuinely happy for her when she got promoted. First, I celebrated with champagne, even though my bank account was crying. Then came the Reverend Lawn presentation. Our biggest client was launching a new lipstick line and they needed a campaign that would go viral. I'd been secretly working on a concept for months, a body-positive campaign called Your Shade, Your Story, featuring real women of all ages and backgrounds. I was finally ready to pitch it to the creative director when Sarah invited me to drinks. She seemed nervous, kept ordering round after round. Check, she confessed she had something to tell me about a big project but needed liquid courage first. The next Monday I walked into the conference room to present my campaign only to see my exact concept pared down to the tagline parent displayed on the screen. Sarah stood at the front, presenting her groundbreaking idea to the entire leadership team. I sat frozen as she explained the inspiration behind Your Shade, Your Story. Watching her receive congratulations and promises of a senior role, my hands shook as I recognized my own words coming out of her mouth. I didn't confront her immediately. Instead, I did what I do best. When I investigated, I found the files she'd copied from my laptop during our study sessions at my apartment. The credit card receipts showing she'd been taking clients' assistants to expensive lunches, gathering intel on upcoming projects. The group chat with other junior employees where she called me too naive for this industry. But the final nail in the coffin was an email chain with her new boyfriend paired, my ex-boyfriend Jake, whom she'd been secretly dating for 6 months. In those messages, she detailed how she'd been playing the long game with our friendship, waiting for the right moment to leverage my connections and take what should have been hers all along. That's when I realized Sarah hadn't just stolen my campaign. She'd orchestrated our entire friendship as a strategic career move. Every late-night study session where she'd peek at my notes, every time she'd encouraged me to share my brilliant ideas with her, every moment I thought we were bonding part, it was all calculated, so I did what any rational person would do. I scheduled a meeting with the CEO and presented something Sarah didn't know I had: a full portfolio of my original concepts, complete with timestamps, rough drafts, and video recordings of my brainstorming sessions. I also brought copies of her emails, her stolen files, and a detailed timeline of her corporate espionage. The CEO's face went from confusion to shock to pure fury. Sarah was fired that afternoon. The campaign was credited to me and I got her promised promotion plus a raise. But here's where it gets interesting. Sarah didn't just disappear quietly. Instead, she decided to take her revenge to a whole new level. She started posting about me on social media, claiming I'd stolen her ideas and betrayed our friendship. She reached out to my other friends, my family, even my new coworkers, spinning a tale of how I'd manipulated and used her. The worst part, some people believed her. Her posts started gaining traction and suddenly I was getting messages from strangers calling me a fraud. That's when I realized Sarah had taught me something valuable. Perte, sometimes being the bigger person isn't enough. Sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. What Sarah doesn't know is that I kept recordings of everything. Every conversation where she admitted to copying my work, every time she had mouthed our mutual friends, every detail of her systematic betrayal. She thought she knew me well enough to destroy me, but she forgot one crucial detail. Turnin, I am the girl who works nights and weekends. And I've been very busy. The rest of this story is in my next video. Trust me, you won't want to.